Let me tell you something interesting about silence in today's digital world. We live in a time where almost everything is shared online. Birthdays, coffee cups, sunsets, tears, laughter, even pain, covered with filters. But some people stay completely invisible. They scroll quietly. They watch carefully. But they almost never post. You probably know someone like that. Maybe you are someone like that. And the question people always ask is simple. Why? Why would someone choose to stay unseen when everyone else is trying so hard to get attention? Most people think those who don't post are just shy or introverted. But that's not the full story. There is a deeper psychology behind it. For some people, silence isn't emptiness. It's control. It's choosing what the world doesn't get to know about you. Social media has quietly changed how we see ourselves. It rewards being loud. It rewards showing off. But the people who stay quiet often see things more clearly. They listen instead of interrupting. They think before reacting. They observe before judging. Psychologists have noticed something interesting. People who don't post often show more self-control, self-awareness, and emotional independence. They are less affected by comparison and outside approval. They're not trying to prove who they are. They're trying to understand who they are. And in a world full of performances, that's rare. Most posts today aren't just communication. They're identity building. Every photo and caption quietly asks, "This is who I am. Do you approve?" But when you stop posting, something changes. You stop tying your worth to likes. You stop thinking in captions. You start living moments for yourself, not for the camera. That's the real psychology behind many people who don't post. They want real life in a space that feels fake. They don't hate social media. They just don't see themselves in it anymore. It's not about rejecting technology. It's about refusing to turn life into highlights. Some people stop posting after emotional burnout. They used to share everything. Until it stopped feeling real. Every happy moment came with pressure to post something even better next time. They weren't living anymore. They were performing. So they stopped. Quietly. No announcement. Just gone from the feed. But here's what people misunderstand. Not posting doesn't mean they don't feel. It doesn't mean they don't care. Often, it means they care more. About meaning. About presence. About protecting what matters. There's a psychological idea called psychological ownership. It means some moments feel deeply yours. And when you post them, that feeling fades a little. The moment becomes public. Open to judgment. Misunderstanding. Even mockery. So some people keep their moments private. Untouched. Personal. And maybe that's not sadness. Maybe that's freedom. Think about it. When was the last time you did something meaningful and didn't feel the need to post it? That urge to share everything isn't natural. It's learned. Likes and comments train our brains to connect attention with value. So when someone steps away from that system, it looks strange. But it can also be healing. They cook without taking pictures. They travel without tagging locations. They feel without explaining. They don't need an audience anymore. But not everyone who stays quiet is peaceful. Some are tired. Some are afraid of being judged or misunderstood. Social media makes people feel watched all the time. That pressure is exhausting. So they step back, not because they don't want connection, but because being visible costs too much. And sometimes, the quietest people online have the loudest minds. They aren't empty. They're full. They just choose calm over noise. There's something powerful about that silence. In a world that says, "Look at me," choosing invisibility says, "I exist even when you're not looking." Not everything needs to be shared. Some of the most important moments, growth, pain, change, happen quietly. And when you live through enough of those, you realize being unseen doesn't mean being unimportant. Social media was meant to connect us, but it often makes people feel more alone. When you stop posting, you start noticing who checks on you without updates. Who remembers you without reminders? Those connections feel real. And the people who don't post live in that space, they don't need proof. They don't need applause. They know who they are, even when no one is watching. That's not arrogance. That's peace. They often have the best stories too. They just share them face to face, not online. Because real connection isn't about likes. It's about shared silence, eye contact, unrecorded laughter. These people feel life deeply. They notice details others miss. They are present. And presence is rare today. Sometimes they're misunderstood, called distant or cold. But their silence isn't empty. It's depth. They don't need to be known by everyone, only understood by a few. Some moments are too personal for the internet. Once something becomes public, it stops being fully yours. And some things deserve to stay private. So the next time you see someone who never posts, don't assume they're hiding. Maybe they're just living. Maybe they found peace away from screens. Maybe they remembered something important. Being quiet doesn't mean being empty. Being unseen doesn't mean being alone. Sometimes the most honest way to be yourself is silence.